Nice light Pilsner to get the day started.
I feel super bad for him because of what happened in his personal life while he was on tour. That's just crazy.
Well, I don't even know about this.
Look it up. I don't want to say again. I want to keep it respectful.
Oh my God!
You're finding.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I just found out. No way.
Yeah.
I'm
You can
sorry.
do this later.
That is so shocking to me.
You
can't
can do this
believe it.
later.
What
Now, you
a
can do this later.
scumbag! Not
Yeah.
Jason Duffner. Not Jason Duffner. Let me be
No.
very clear. Jason Duffner is not a scumbag.
Jason Duffner.
There's another individual who is.
Yeah.
And he may have come out with a really shitty line of golf apparel recently. Number one, I don't think Pine Tree's an insanely difficult course, but given that it makes up a lot of its distance on par 3s and par 5s, there was a lot of holes where I didn't need to hit driver, and in fact, a lot of them I didn't even need to hit 5 or 3 wood. I hit 4 iron on a few.
And again, I don't mean this in a bad way. This is a lot of people struggle with this. I struggle with it. You know that I struggle with this. You are very bad at being the best caddy for yourself. Once you fail at executing the shot the way you did, the way you wanted to, then it's like hate on Zach, hate on Zach, hate on Zach. The exercise that you should do with your players, your juniors, college students, whatever, is you should just go on their playing lesson. If you're doing a playing lesson with them, you should go take some balls of theirs. They hit a great shot. And then they hit their neck. They're going to hit their next shot. They hit a great second shot. Take a ball and chuck it into the woods or chuck it into the high rough and say, all right, that shot doesn't count anymore. I need you to play from here. Mindset's definitely not I suck, because they just hit 2 great shots. They're much more likely to hit that shot well than and again, statistics will prove me out on this. They're much more likely to hit that shot well if you did it over a large sample size than if they themselves hit the shot there. If you just took all their bad tee shots and you just looked at where their dispersion rate was, they'd be a lot closer to their target if you just threw them in the spot than if they themselves hit it to that spot.
Gotcha. I think my issue is proximity to hole ball striking. And we are back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Beerly Out of Bounds podcast. It's the Beerly Golf Show where we talk about all things happening in the golf world. As always, I am joined by my co-host, Zane, the main, ZS Golf. Everywhere you can look for ZS Golf. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing a-okay, pal. How are you?
I'm living life, man. I'm living life.
Yeah, did you get to catch any of that Prezi that happened last week?
I mean, you don't gotta call it that, but yeah, I caught the President's Cup.
You know, the Prezi.
I mean, you don't have to call it that though.
I do. It's the Prezi. So anyway, it was a pretty great match. Really looking forward to talking about it. I mean, it was starting to look a little bit sus there at the beginning. I can't believe I just used the word sus unironically. It was looking really kind of like, you know, I was getting nervous. Every American, I think, was getting nervous after day 2. And so, you know, it ended up shaping up like any other President's Cup, really. But yeah, but it all came down to that final day on see what we can do in the hurting them in the singles. So yeah, they still had a chance.
They did have a chance.
Yeah,
they had a chance,
and a fair bit of them showed up on Sunday.
Yeah,
shout out Hideki.
So Sam, before we get started about all these topics we're going to talk about, let's get to the heart of the issue. What are we drinking tonight?
As you know, this is the Beerly Out of Bounds or Beerly OB, and so we need to, I've decided to up my game a little bit, try to get on Zachary's level. As Zach on the host of Beerly Football, He obviously comes up with all these really clever, beers, and he brings them to the table to share with the audience, and everybody I think gets a kick out of that. So I decided to jump on board, kind of bandwagon, and jump on the Pontoon. This is Pontoon Brewing's Cream of the Hop, and it is a orange creamsicle IPA. I am not an IPA fan, but I did taste it already. I actually went on a date there, and it was delicious. So,
oh, nice.
Yep,
nice. So, I have a fun beer tonight. I believe I've had this on Beerly Football. I don't think I've had it on this show though. And we are rocking with a Highland Brewing Company Gaelic Ale out of Asheville, North Carolina. Shout out to Asheville. They're going through a lot. Devastated by Hurricane Helene. So, little shout out to them. I really, really like this beer as well.
Shout out to Asheville.
Shout out to Asheville. And this is a Gaelic Ale. I haven't done this in a while. But shout out to Ireland. Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
Pretty good.
That's really good.
Pretty good.
Full-bodied,
Oh, excuse me.
Full-bodied.
Got me the burps.
Brings all the boys to the yard. You know what I'm saying?
See, you tell me not to do things that are pretty cringe that I think are funny, but then you say stuff like that and you lose credibility.
I've never lost credibility in my life. Never lost credibility in my life.
That just lost you some credibility.
Before we get into the President's Cup, Zane.
Yes.
I know that everyone watches this podcast. They watch it for the personalities that we bring. The incredible personalities. We come out here almost weekly and we talk about golf, and people are interested in the personalities. Zane and Zach. I'm interested because I actually don't know the answer to this question. How have you been playing lately? Or have you been playing lately?
I played last week with you. What do you mean, have I been playing lately?
No, I mean like since then.
Last week?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't really played that much, dude. I mean, that was last week.
The only reason I ask is because last episode, you're like, we're going to have to get into the lab and figure some stuff out. I was just wondering if you've done that.
It was last week. No, I'm still working on stuff. What are you talking about?
Well,
I still haven't even decided if I want to play in the North Chapter Championship or not. I don't know if I even want to play in that.
I'm just trying to get in your mind. I'm just trying to
You're trying to get in my mind, get in my head?
Oh, not like that.
I'm trying to get in his mind, man. Trying to get in his head.
To try and figure out the woes that you're currently facing.
What?
Like, what's the process, Zane? You give a lot of coaching advice on here. I want to hear what you're doing right now to help yourself out.
Well, first off, I'm decompressing. Okay, so I'm just relaxed, man. Like, I'm just having a good time. Like last week, I hit a few balls here and there, but I went to a wedding, so I haven't really got to play that much. Like and we had clinics all weekend, so it was like I haven't got to do much playing because I've been so tired from driving down to St. Augustine and back. So no, I haven't got to play very
I was
much.
just trying. Listen, dude, I wasn't like trying to put you on the spot or anything.
First off, let me tell the audience, he did not prep me for like we talked about what we were going to talk about. This did not come up once. Okay,
I not just popped in my head.
He wasn't like, oh, let's talk about how we were playing this past week. And I know exactly why he brought this up because he's about to tell you how he played this past week because I'm about to ask him, Zach, how have you been playing this past week?
I've been playing good. There's some things I'm trying to tighten up to make sure that I'm in the form I want to be in. I did work on chipping last week, and it's immediately paying dividends. And I figured out what I was doing wrong. This is the dumbest thing ever, Zane. With my chipping and pitching. Can you guess what I was doing wrong with my chipping and pitching?
Moving?
No.
Like moving your body? Weight shift? Were you swinging to around yourself, not getting enough? I've been looking into that, by the way, the vertical swing plane as as popularized by Joe Mayo. I don't know if you've looked into that at all about angle of attack and what he has to say about that, but was that it?
No, it's dumber. Think even more basic.
You were lining up with the club face totally square or even closed?
No.
You were putting your weight on your heels?
No.
You were standing up too tall?
No. It's even more basic.
Dude, help me out now.
All right. So you know how what's I'm just gonna say it. It's
yeah, just say it.
Super basic. I was thinking about what I was doing. I was hitting balls, and I wasn't doing very good. It was just inconsistent. I would hit a good shot, a bad shot, a good shot, 2 bad shots, 2 good shots. It was just really inconsistent. And I'm like, I don't feel like I'm doing anything different. And then I thought about what I was doing when I was hitting the shots, and I'm like, damn, I'm an idiot. I was swinging with my chips and pitches, all arms. I mean, no shoulder turn.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah. So the second I start using my shoulders to turn, immediately the problem's gone.
Yeah. It's almost like you have to hit the ball with
your chest. I know. It's crazy.
That's what I tell everybody. That's the biggest fear. If I could tell, that's it. So here's a little golden nugget for you guys out there. If I had to tell you anything, like a concept that would just help you, if you tried to embody that concept, it would just help you immediately. It's hit the ball with your chest, not with your hands. Hit the ball with your chest, not your hands. Now that means obviously you're going to rotate. So the hips have to rotate too, but hit the ball with your chest. That's a big golden nugget for all those out there.
But
hitting the ball with your chest. So
today I didn't have an incredible ball strike. I played today after we had our foundation event at the Georgia Club. So
not to be confused with the golf club of Georgia. Go on.
Yeah, completely different, and they're in different areas of Georgia. But so we had our foundation event today. So we played after, and I didn't have a great ball striking day. It wasn't bad. I also wasn't hitting it great off the tee, but I got up and down for par or birdie 4 times today. The only reason I was able to score during Milton Martin was because I was having a really good days off the tee and really good days into the green. Because my chipping was not great. It was not great. My putting's good. My putting's back to where I want it to be, and that is to say back to where I was at putting confidence wise in high school. And my chipping's getting back to that point. It's not quite there yet. My ball striking's much better than what was in high school, and my both distance and accuracy off the tee is better than it was in high school. So had a 2-under today on 9 holes, so I was feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. I have a video coming out this week on Teed Off Golf, talking about the Milton Martin and what I'm doing to prepare for the North Chapter Championship. So keep your eyes open for that. But that being said, let's get into the President's Cup. That's the big news in golf this week.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is. And way to bury the lead, Zach.
Sorry. I just want to listen.
Way to bury the lead. We're 14 minutes in and we haven't even talked about the President's Cup.
Listen, okay? I'm going to be 100% honest about what I'm doing, okay?
I'm ready for you.
It's pointless. I think it's pointless for this to be just a purely news-based show. We have to be people that have lives.
Yes. But we do that anyway. But those are not
Anyway, President's Cup, USA takes it down as they should. The world ain't got nothing on us.
Ain't got nothing.
Zane you mentioned you wanted to talk about a little bit of the international team. Obviously, a couple guys having a big weekend, including Tom Kim, Sung J M. And then I want to talk a little bit about what happened on Friday, because I think you'll agree with this. But go ahead and let's talk about Tom Kim and Sung J M and the guys that got hot for the international team this week.
Well, I mean, Tom Kim was hot all week.
Yeah.
What's the other Kim's name? Not Sung J M. What's the other Kim's name? Oh, I can't remember it. I'll think of it. Anyway, but they got really hot. They had I think a couple chip-ins. They made some really amazing shots from the fairway. I mean, their approach game was just on point.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of frightened. I mean, I know Zach jokes about like not being worried about the President's Cup, retaining the President's Cup. I wasn't worried going into the week. I wasn't worried after day one. I was really worried after day two. So day one, if nobody knows, we swept them. So it's 5-0. That the problem was everybody thinking that, oh, USA is going to take it, yada, yada, yada. They were pretty close matches. I mean, we're talking 1 up, 2 up, 1 up. You know, they were really close. So they could have swung the other way, given some different things happening. It just really 2 shots happening the wrong way for us.
Yeah.
The thing that was scary was the very next day, Friday, they swept us in the alternate shot. They swept us. So, and again, historically, that wouldn't be a big issue because historically, U.S. is not good at alternate shot. It's not good at playing the 4-ball, right? So,
yeah,
typically not good at it. However, because it was a sweep and a pretty commanding sweep in some of those matches. I mean, we're talking like 8 up, 7, like I think there was an 8 up.
7 and 6, a 5 and 4, and a 6 and 5.
Yeah. And so like a 7 and 6, that's like commanding.
Yeah, that's
to take that into consideration is like, dang, maybe they are playing good enough to beat us because we only won by a small margin in the first day. Even though we won 5-0, we only won by a few holes, so scattered across the groupings. So to have the 5 swing the other way so hard in the other direction on a course that Americans should like destroy because it's in Canada. It's not like we're in Ireland or Scotland or someplace we don't normally play.
Yeah.
This is something that is more akin to what they're used to playing, and that's a problem. And so that's what kind of scared me after that. Mm-hmm. I thought that going into Saturday, I thought that we would have a problem playing them. Fortunately for us, we had a lot of good play on Saturday, allowed us to get ahead quite significantly. I think it was 11-6 or something like that, 11-6, 11.5 to 6.5, something like that.
Yeah.
And then we took it home. We basically, I think, split the Sunday singles pretty evenly. Some half points, some wins, some losses, and that put us over the line at like 18.5 or whatever, or 18 points. So
yeah,
it was a great match. It was awesome to watch. Honestly, one of the most. I thought the last one that was played in was okay. This one was far better than the last one, than the previous one, simply because of the drama. There was a lot of celebration, obviously, on the international side as well. And so that made it interesting to watch because it's hard, to be fair to the international teams, it's very hard for them to be cohesive together because they aren't in the same country. They almost always don't speak the same languages. Mm-hmm. So it's hard for them to be cohesive. They looked like a unit this week. It probably helped because they paired the Canadians together. It probably helped because they paired the South Koreans together. So it probably helped because they did those things. However, it was still really neat to see that. It was
Yeah.
still really neat to see that kind of drama and them able to put on a performance that we honestly haven't seen from a President's Cup team since really Ernie Els. Ernie Els playing Tiger Woods, obviously that famous President's Cup in which Gary Player being a captain and Jack Nicklaus being captain decided to leave it be a tie and not be doing, this was back before the retention, I think, before that, you retain the cup or whatever.
Yeah.
If you tie. So, that it was really cool to see. Now, I'm sure there have been other President's Cup that have lived up to the hype, but this was a pretty awesome performance by both sides. Like I said, America made some amazing putts on day one. That's what led to the 5-0. It was these bombs dropping, like 20-footers, 30-footers dropping down in the hole. Keegan Bradley looked like he couldn't be stopped. It was just fantastic on Keegan Bradley's part. It really is kind of like we live in a simulation. This is poetic justice at its finest. Yeah. Keegan Bradley gets overlooked for the Ryder Cup in favor of Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth. Infamously, Zach Johnson goes and gets railroaded. Jim Furyk decides to take the next top 6 on the leaderboard because he doesn't want I think personally it was probably because he doesn't want the view that this is some kind of boys club and that even if you're on the next 6, you don't have a chance because they're going to take somebody at 25th place or something.
Yeah.
For the President's Cup point. So that was awesome to see.
Yeah.
That Jim Furyk understood what time it was, and he was like, hey, look, because Zach Johnson did this, we can't do that. We got to take the next 6. He took the next 6 in a row. Not even a question of who was going in. And that was a good decision. Other than Wyndham Clark, that was a really good decision because those guys were playing very, very well at the time.
Yeah.
So, and I don't even know if Wyndham Clark was a captain's pick. I think he might have been an auto in.
He might have been. I'm not sure.
I can't. Do you mind checking that while I talk?
Yeah.
Real quick. Yeah. So he might have been an auto pick, the top 6. But anyway, it was a really good decision to pick the next 6. They were all playing really well at the time. Keegan Bradley demonstrated that. It was it was an awesome thing to watch. And then obviously Tom Kim's performance was just outstanding, throwing darts. Dude, it was like hole after hole, putting it like to here.
No, he was an auto.
He was an auto. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So
yeah, the captain's picks were Bradley, Burns, Finau, Harmon, Henley, Homa.
Great picks. Just great picks. They're all playing well.
Yeah.
Henley's playing well. All those guys are playing well. That's a good decision. So other than that, Tom Kim hit amazing shots. He was hitting them to here, dude. It was just amazing. Corey Connors was knocking them stiff. They just looked really good and on fire Friday. And then Saturday, they kind of slowed down a little bit, which allowed the U.S. to take a pretty substantial lead. And then leading into Sunday, all the U.S. had to do was basically have it and they win. And that's pretty much what you saw happen. So yeah, what did you think about this past week, and whose performance were you most impressed by? I gave you kind of a huge rundown there. I think I spoke for like 10 minutes straight. What about you?
I'm checking something real quick. I just want to see something.
Do you want me to keep talking?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got what I wanted.
Okay.
So it was an exciting event. I'll say it seemed like to me that the international team was going for like we just have to get momentum. We got to make a big putt, big celebration, ride those highs as long as we can. And I think a little bit of it comes down to what you were talking about, where a lot of the times these guys, they probably all speak a little bit of English, but sometimes English as a second language, it's tough to convey excitement. But what's a universal sign in every language, Zane?
Yeah. What?
That's a universal sign. Fist pump, hands in the air, shouting, getting hyped. That's universal. They were riding momentum waves in this event. I will say this. I think the pairings on day 2 for Team USA were arguably some of the worst pairings I've ever seen in a Ryder Cup or in a team event that Team USA has been involved
Explain.
in. Okay. So what was round 2?
Round 2 was alternate shot.
Alternate shot. Okay. So the only team I liked, okay, this is the only team I liked. I liked Cantlay and Schauffele. They just couldn't get anything going in that round. Like they couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, they were both playing bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sahith
Why is that?
Theegala,
Why is that? They've always been pretty good partners. Why is that?
No. That's I'm saying that's the only one I liked.
Oh, okay. Siwoo Kim. That's who I was thinking
Yeah,
of.
Siwoo Kim.
Siwoo Kim. That's the other Kim.
Sahith Theegala and Colin Morikawa is a terrible pairing for alternate shot.
Why?
What do you mean? Why? Their strengths
why?
are identical. Their weaknesses are identical.
What do you mean their weaknesses are identical?
What's Colin Morikawa's weakness in this game?
I mean, personally, I would say probably driving the ball, hitting the ball off the tee.
Yeah.
Sahith is pretty good at tee shots.
Is he?
Yeah. I mean, we can look at data golf, but I think off the tee he's pretty good. He slams the ball. He ain't short.
I know he hits the ball a long way. He's like 6 foot.
Look at his off the tee. Look at data golf. Go to Sahith Theegala and look at his off the tee versus the PGA Tour. This is easy. I can look it up real fast.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, it's not that hard. It really doesn't take that long. Go to data golf and then you just type in Sahith Theegala. There he is, and then we're just looking driving distance there, driving accuracy. He's at PGA Tour average for driving accuracy, which means he's pretty good. Driving distance is he's above.
No. I'm going to contest that. If he's at average, he is below average in this event.
What are you talking about?
This is supposed to be the top
no.
12 golfers Team USA has.
Gonna disagree with you.
That's a fact. What are we talking about?
Yeah, but if they're average at any given thing, they're gonna be pretty good.
What's Colin Morikawa off the tee?
I don't know. But I do know strokes gained off the tee is plus what is that? Oh, sorry. Georgia emergency alert. I don't know if you're getting that same.
I got something earlier today.
Yeah.
But
but if we look at his off the tee, let's look at strokes gained off the tee. Dude's way above average. Dude's been way above average. The only tournament in which he lost strokes off the tee in the past few months was the round 4 of the BMW Championship. So, like, what are we talking about here?
I'm just saying I
don't mind that pairing at all.
I don't love
driving distance. Look, driving distance. Colin Morikawa is way above tour average in accuracy, but he's just below it in driving distance. Even he's been off the tee. Even he's been like strokes gain 1.4, 1.9.
I'm just saying I don't like the pairing.
Okay, but you got to tell me why.
And I'm telling you why. I think they're both weak off the tee.
They're not, though. They're not weak off the tee. I'll lend you your point that Sahith Theegala might be a little weak off the tee in driving accuracy because you're right. I guess they should be above PGA average. Like in a perfect world, your 12 picks for Ryder Cup or whatever are going to be, above the tour average in most everything.
But then, also, neither of them are great putters. They're not bad putters, but neither of them are great putters.
They're both above tour average in putting.
I'm saying they're not bad putters, but they're not great putters.
Who would you have paired him with?
With Sahith Theegla.
Be careful.
He's a tough one.
What would you put him with? Wyndham?
Oh God, no.
Okay, Wyndham would have been one where if you'd been. So who was Wyndham paired with?
That was the worst one. That was downright malpractice.
Who was Wyndham paired with?
Wyndham Clark and Tony Finau.
So Wyndham Clark is below tour average pretty significantly in driving accuracy. He's just above tour average in approach and around the green. His two biggest strengths are putting and driving distance.
Yeah.
And then you look at say who was he paired with?
Tony Finau.
So if we look at Tony Finau.
I like
again,
this.
That's not a bad pairing. Other than the driving accuracy, they complement each other pretty well. Finau's strengths are around the green and approach, which were the weaknesses of Wyndham Clark.
I'm just saying, going into
they're both. I would say you're right. And was that the 4-ball? Was that the 4-ball?
It was the alternate shot.
Yeah, so the 4-ball. I think that's called 4-ball. Four sums is the best ball.
Oh, okay.
I think so. So with the driving accuracy, you're right. I think that's your strongest point. Is they both are subpar in driving accuracy, and in an alternate shot format where you have to have somebody able to drive it in the middle of the fairway, that is a problem.
Like, it just seems like a better fit putting Wyndham Clark with like Brian Harman.
Probably because Brian Harman's pretty straight off the tee.
He's pretty straight off tees, great at putting.
But still, I don't think that's a terrible decision around the green and approach. That is Wyndham Clark's weaknesses, right? And that's Tony Finau's strengths. That's not a terrible.
I'm saying that lately Tony Finau has not been good around the greens.
Wyndham Clark and Brian Harman would probably have not been a good decision. Round the green, they both stink. Driving accuracy, Brian Harman's well above tour average, but driving distance, he's well below.
But then you make
putting,
up
he's
that
only
with
slightly
the
above.
Wyndham Clark is hitting like a 7-iron.
Putting, he's only slightly above. Approach, he's pretty good. Again, Finau and him were pretty good. Who was paired with Harman?
Harman, it was Homa. I didn't like that pairing either.
Again, they mesh each other pretty good. I think smarter people made this decision than you or me, and they probably looked at these same numbers and were like, "Hey, this kind of pairs pretty well together." Now, Homa hasn't been playing good strokes gained at all. If we go to total strokes gained, he's dipped pretty significantly from his run there in early 2024. So if you could have, was he an auto lock? Was he an auto pick? Do you still have that up?
The last captain's pick.
See, that might have been one where you don't pick Homa because Homa hasn't been playing very well. Driving distance, he's kind of subpar on driving distance and driving accuracy. The only thing he's slightly above an approach, and around the green he's way above. Now, he did throw some darts this week, so maybe that added confidence of the captain's pick or whatever. Maybe he just, I don't know. Maybe he fits well with that course.
The other pairing I liked was Scheffler and Henley. That's a good pairing.
You're just picking the ones that had better.
No, Scheffler and Henley is a great pairing.
Scheffler's just good at everything other than putting and driving distance. Let's go Henley. Henley just sucks at driving distance. He's really good at everything. I think that's the worst pick.
What? Oh my gosh.
I think that's the worst pick. I think you pair one of these guys. I think you pair one of these guys because they're both playing great. Russell Henley is playing absolutely phenomenal at everything.
I think he was the only guy on tour to finish top 10 in every major.
I would have picked him with somebody that wasn't as strong like Harman is what I would have done. I think maybe they thought pairing those two together would have definitely led to a point, but it didn't. You know what I mean?
I hated the Clark Finau pairing. I hated.
You got to get guys that complement each other.
I hated the Thigala Morikawa pairing. I didn't like the Max Homa and Brian Harman pairing.
Okay. I just think you need to do guys that complement each other, and I actually believe that, especially in 4-ball, and I believe that that one that you hated so much, the Wyndham, who was it? Wyndham and
now.
And that's a pretty good pairing together. And then Colin Morikawa and Thigala is definitely a good pairing based off of the data. You know, I'm not saying numbers never lie because that's obviously false. They lost. But if you're going off of that,
lost really bad.
But if you're going off of that, then that's not a bad decision. You're making it out like it was the worst decision in the world, and it's just not based on the data.
I think I did not like those pairings. That's all I'm going to say. I didn't like those pairings.
Okay. You cannot like those pairings. Those pairings were probably made with that in mind. That, hey, this is their strengths, this is their weaknesses. Let's pair them together based on strengths and weaknesses, especially in a 4-ball format. That's what I would have probably done. Now, it obviously, you still have to play good golf, and they obviously did not. And it hurts them that they were the Kims were on top of their game, and then obviously the other player, like the Connors group, was freaking lighting it up. So,
but
you know what I mean?
They get Sahith Theegala and Colin Morikawa getting 5 and 4 by Adam Scott and Taylor Pendrith.
That was one of the better groups. What do you mean getting 5 and 4 by them?
5 and 4 is crazy.
That's one of the better groups. Adam Scott, are you kidding? He thrives in presence. He just passed Ernie Els as the person with the most points for the international team in President's Cups history.
I get that. He's been around a while.
No, not just I get that. The dude thrives in this format. Come on, man. The dude thrives in this format. That's not surprising. What was the other one? Was it the 6 and 7? Who was the 6 and 7?
7 and 6, you mean?
Yeah, 7 and 6. Sorry,
7 and 6 was Cantlay and Schauffele, but they
against
Matsuyama and Sung Jae Im.
That wasn't surprising either. Matsuyama was playing great all week.
Yeah, he was. So was Sung Jae.
Yeah, so that's not surprising. That's not that surprising either. Plus, they sucked. I don't know what came over them.
Yeah,
they play great together.
Dog water.
They usually play great together. So I didn't understand that at all. Yeah, I didn't get that at all. Did you get to see? Did you get to see the Kims? The whole drama with the Kims that happened, where he was like they were being unsportsmanlike. They were cussing. But it's part of the game. I get it. Like, did you see that interview?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my gosh. What did you think of that?
I didn't think much of it, honestly. I really didn't think much of it.
Maybe aren't you entertaining? So
what? I mean, like.
So I just thought it was kind of funny because the dudes. This is coming from the same group that was like this whenever they chipped it in. You know, they were going like this, running around the green. You know, he was going. Siwoo Kim was like this. You know, and then they're measuring the putt with their putter.
Okay, to be fair, that putt should have been given.
No, come on.
Come on.
No, dude, it's a President's Cup. It's for the point. You make them putt it.
No, I would do the same
What
thing.
if he made a bomb? I mean, I didn't get to see the putt prior to that, but like, what if he made a bomb? It kind of gets in their head a little bit. It's like, what if I miss this?
They missed the putt, and that's why that putt was for the point.
Oh, I'm just saying. I don't mind not giving it. I think that's late. I think that's stupid. You know, it's like then make
no.
the putt.
No.
Then make the putt.
I disagree. If you're gonna make me putt a 2-footer, yeah, you're damn right. I'm gonna put my putter down to show. All I'm saying is
putter lengths are 35 inches. That was the whole length of the putter. That's all I'm saying. If you look at the video, it was the full length of the putter.
It depends on the length of the putter that he's using. I don't know what length putters.
Zach, it's 34 or 35 for those guys. It's the
Sometimes it's
whole length
shorter.
of the putter.
Sometimes it's shorter.
That's just under 3 feet. That's more than 2. What's 2 feet, Zach? What's 2 feet in inches?
Huh?
What's 2 feet? What's 2 feet in inches?
Huh?
What's 2 feet in inches?
Huh? 24.
I'm about to turn this off. It's about to stop. This is about to stop. First off, you come prepared. You ain't come prepared. I'm come prepared. I come prepared with cream of the hop. You ain't come prepared.
I'm on my second beer.
It's because you ain't come prepared.
Don't get me started.
So anyway, I just felt really good for Keegan Bradley. I thought that was freaking awesome how he did that. How he was able to clutch it out and win. He was the clincher. And that was just poetic justice in my opinion, for what they did to him in the Ryder Cup. That was, I'm not going to lie to you, Zach. That has to be the most disrespectful thing I've ever heard in my life. They call him, they get the cameras over to his house only to tell him you didn't make it.
That was crazy.
That's the most disrespectful thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. And so he deserves it, and he deserves the captaincy of the Ryder Cup next time, which he got. So who knows? Maybe he'll be one of our first playing captains in a long time. I think who's the last captain to play in the Ryder Cup?
Tiger?
I don't think it was. I don't think Tiger's ever captained the Ryder Cup.
He was a co-captain.
No, but that's not the same thing.
I believe he was the captain, and he played himself on Sunday. Yeah,
captain for the Ryder Cup.
It might have been a President's Cup. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that might have been President's Cup. Who played in it? All right. Yes, there have been. Arnold Palmer was one. Walter Hagen. This hasn't been done since like a long effing time ago.
Since AP,
Walter Hagen, Ben Hogan, J.H. Taylor. Those are the last 4.
By the way, I didn't know this.
That'd be cool if he did.
Did you know the Walter Hagen brand is owned by Dick's Sporting Goods?
Yeah, I did know that. Yeah,
I didn't know that until like 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah. Shout out to Walter Hagen.
Yeah, they bought it to sell it as that like their thing.
They bought that, and they bought MaxFly.
It's like the great value brand.
I
didn't know about MaxFly. Did that include Dunlop?
I believe it does.
I thought MaxFly and Dunlop were part of the same company.
They are. I think they bought both of them. Also, found this out. Lexi Thompson is a MaxFly athlete.
Wait, for real? She plays MaxFly?
Apparently.
No effing way. There's no way she plays a MaxFly.
Their new ball is good. I will say that. Their new ball is good. Their new
Maybe
MaxFly
she plays. There's no way she plays the ball, dude. It's a good ball. No way she plays the ball. Mizuno just to put that out there, the people that are Mizuno staffed don't play the Mizuno ball. And I think that's a pretty good ball. There's no way she plays the MaxFly ball. I
would play the MaxFly ball in tournament.
You'd play the Vice ball in tournament. Get out of here.
Because it's a swing.
If you were sponsored by Vice, you would play Vice.
Absolutely.
Problem is, Vice gets cut up too easily, and it doesn't fly nearly.
You buy a 12-pack.
Doesn't fly as far. Doesn't fly as far as the Pro V1s.
I got a question for you, Zane. This is something I haven't looked at numbers, so I want to make that very clear off the bat. Haven't looked at numbers.
I'm not a Titleist snob, by the way. Just for everybody out there, I don't want you thinking that I'm like, oh, but Titleist. No, that I don't think that. So.
I haven't looked at the numbers, but what is the longest ball you think you've played? Because I know what the longest ball I think I've played is. Like longest premium golf ball.
I tried that LA golf ball. That seemed to fly further.
Really?
You tried that one?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it seemed to fly further. Whoever gave it to me, he was like, yeah, my buddy's a long drive guy, and he tested it out, and this was the one that flew further, and he doesn't put anything in the bag. Now, I don't know if his buddy was sponsored by LA Golf or not. LA Golf doesn't sponsor a lot of people, so that wouldn't be surprising if he wasn't sponsored. But all I know is it did seem to fly further. Now, I don't know. Again, I don't know if that's true. I didn't take it on TrackMan, but it did feel like it. I mean, not feel like it. I hit it on the same holes I usually play my Callaway or whatever on.
Mm-hmm.
It apparently went about 5 yards further.
Okay, so
if I had to guess.
experienced a very similar thing between the Pro V1 and the Chrome Tour. I think the Chrome Tour is a little bit hotter than the Pro V1.
Chrome Tour is a little bit hotter than the Pro V1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just, like, from playing enough rounds with both, like, I've noticed, again, it's not much.
That I play the Chrome Tour. I still think the LA golf ball went further.
Well, I've never hit that golf ball. So
I've got some. We try it. We take it out there.
I've never hit that one. But
I do want to try it with TrackMan. I haven't tried it with TrackMan. I do want to do that.
That's why I played it. That's why I've been playing it in tournaments and in things that matter.
Mm-hmm.
I have so much confidence off the tee that I'm going to be able to hit it like 5 yards farther. It's going to turn a soft gap wedge into a smooth sand wedge off the tee.
Okay. I like the Chrome Tour. I play the Chrome Tour.
I really like the Chrome Tour.
But I think the LA golf ball went slightly further.
But you know what else I like? I also like the Max Fly. Shout out to Max Fly. Shout out to Dix. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Ireland. Right, Zach?
Exactly.
Shout out to Ireland. Cheers. How come you don't dink me? How come you don't dink me? You don't like me?
We are currently about 33 miles away from each other.
You don't dink me. You can just do that.
You want me to do that?
Yeah, I do actually. There we go.
I've got to reach a lot farther than you do. Full extension.
So what? Does that hurt you? Does that hurt your arm? Is your arm cramping?
My right shoulder's actually been bothering me lately, but
really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
I have a theory.
What's your theory?
A game theory. Thanks for watching. Let's go into let's talk a little bit about the TV movie space. We have Happy Gilmore 2 currently filming. How excited are you for this sequel?
I tell you what, Zach, I've never been a Happy Gilmore fan. I know that's going to come as a shock to everybody out there. I tell this to everybody I know. So everybody that is friends with me obviously already knows this. I just never have liked Happy Gilmore. I've been much more of a fan of I've been much more of a fan of movies, sports movies that aren't comedies, like Facing the Giants, Remember the Titans, golf movies wise, thinking of Legend of Bagger Vance, the Greatest Game Ever Played, that kind of deal. So I've never really been a Happy Gilmore fan, including and that's not because I hate Adam Sandler. It's just because it's just that kind of sports genre. Never been a fan. The Caddyshack, never been a fan of that. In fact, I don't like Tin Cup as a movie just because of the ending, but I would probably rather see Tin Cup over Happy Gilmore if I had to choose. So I'm gonna see it because it's a golf movie, and that way we can kind of do it for, review it for the channel and stuff. But
Happy Gilmore 2.
a review. But I'm just not into that kind of stuff. I mean, what about you? I mean, are you excited for this film coming out?
Y'all aren't ready for this take, okay? I was going to say one thing. I've decided to change it. I think Happy Gilmore, I think it's the most overrated golf movie of all time. I'm not that excited about this. I know it's a big deal in the golf world. Oh, Happy Gilmore. You run up and you hit the ball. It's a cultural moment for golf. I get it. I think it's the most overrated golf movie of all time. Second most overrated is Tin Cup.
Not
I almost
Caddyshack?
no. I actually like Caddyshack.
Caddyshack's all right.
Well, I also think Bill Murray's just funnier than Adam Sandler.
Yeah, Bill Murray though isn't the main.
No,
Like,
I know
he's
that.
not in that movie very often, whereas Adam Sandler is the protagonist.
Yeah, but I think Bill Murray adds more to that movie than Adam Sandler adds.
I don't know. That movie is basically Adam Sandler.
Sadly, it is.
I
No
mean,
disrespect to Adam Sandler. I just don't like his brand of comedy.
It just depends. It depends on the movie for me. Like, there's some Adam Sandler films that don't live up to the hype. Wedding Singer's pretty damn good. Like, you see other movies like that, they're pretty darn good. I like Bedtime Story's pretty good movie. Pretty family. It's a family friendly movie. But Grown Ups 2, those are pretty good films. I just, again, Happy Gilmore itself wasn't my cup of tea. There is a couple things that I've been hearing about the production and stuff of Happy Gilmore 2 that make me feel a lot more like warm to it. I heard that they're not going to do anything politically correct, which is awesome. They're going to just stick with what's funny, and that's great. They're not going to be political at all with anything, which is kind of what you want to see in a comedy anyway. So I'm excited about the product. I've just not, it's never been something that's like been, oh yeah. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, Zach's yawning. I'm boring him.
I've been up since 4:45.
Get a nap, dude. Don't play golf. Get a nap.
Dude, I had to play golf.
You don't have to play golf.
I hadn't played since like last week. I'm prepping for a tournament.
Whoa. Let's everybody just listen to what he just said. I haven't played since last week. The dude wanted the very first thing we talked about to be, hey, man, how have you been playing since we last played?
No, let me rephrase. I haven't played since the hurricane.
Man, that's funny, dog.
I played once after we played together. Actually, that's a lie. I played 2 days ago. Yeah, sorry, I lied. My bad.
Why you always lying?
But I'm also trying to prep for a tournament, and like right now, it's
Zachary's always lying.
Managing the course and scoring.
He's always lying, guys. You've heard it here first. Zach's always lying.
Sup, brother?
Oh, Charlie! Oh man, love it. What's up, Charlie? Charlie's the man, by the way. Charlie, hopefully he comes down this Thanksgiving. He can come back on the podcast. Or maybe we should make him
great addition to the pod.
Get him in this. Yeah, dude, he's so good in the pod. I don't know how much he can. I don't know because he's an athlete in college. So I don't know if and it's not golf. It's track. So I don't know if he can do like if it would fit into his schedule.
You guys need to stop flirting over chat. This is ridiculous.
Oh, he's the best man too. He's the best man. I love Charlie, dude. He's awesome. Such a good kid.
Damn, I forgot what I was going to
say.
Such
a good guy. I shouldn't say kid. He's
speaking of things
that makes me sound old.
Excited about in golf. There's a 5-part series on the founding of the TGL.
This is just one of those things that doesn't deserve a docuseries. There's those things in life you'll come to find. There's docuseries on like the Kamala Harris campaign or the Trump campaign, which that might actually be good because of the, obviously assassination attempts. But like there's things that you just don't want to see docuseries about. If it had been for the assassination attempts, I don't want to see the Trump campaign docuseries. So it's like, yeah, it's just one of those things you just don't want to go see, period. You know what I mean?
My thing about it is like, how are you gonna make a docuseries about
something that hasn't happened yet?
Yeah, we haven't
even got the product.
Yeah,
we haven't even seen what the product is. It's like, why would
That's so crazy to me.
It's so cringe. It's kind of like I don't know if you're still subscribed to the Daily Wire. It's almost like the Daily Wire things, which is like the behind the scenes on
creating the Pendragon cycle. It's like, dude, you guys still haven't released that crap. Why are you? I don't want to see behind the scenes stuff.
That should be like a post
No,
credits thing.
Zach, it's been going on for the last like year and a half, 2 years. They've been showing like this behind the scenes stuff. And it's like by the time it comes out, I don't care about it anymore. You know, same thing with the TGL. By the time it comes out, I'm not going to want to watch that. Am I wrong?
No,
I'm 100%.
I mean, I wasn't going to watch it anyway. I was probably going to watch the first one and then be like, okay.
I'm 100% on that one.
But, yeah. And then, in terms of golf media right now, like, golf has become pretty popular.
Sure.
Like, over the last couple of years. And it's probably because of COVID, because it was one of the few activities you could actually do. But, like, why is golf media in such a place where it's like, oh, Happy Gilmore 2 or like the TGL thing? Like, why aren't we getting another like greatest game ever played-esque golf movie right now? Why do you think that is?
I think it's because number one, Hollywood is fresh out of ideas.
There's a lot of good stories, though.
Yes, but are they going to want to produce that? No. I mean, the reality is that the creativity in Hollywood is gone. Greatest Game Ever Played was actually based off of a short story about the match. I think it was a short story. It may have been a novel about the match between Ouimet and Varden and all those guys. Same thing with the Legend of Bagger Vance. A fake story, a novel about the exhibition between this guy and the two legends, Walter Hagen and Bobby Jones. So it's like I don't think they are willing to put money behind that. I think the only money nowadays goes behind like Avengers or like these big CGI things or
safe
like
properties, like things that will
safe
definitely
properties,
make
things
money.
that are definitely going to make money.
No, you got to put it in air quotes. Because the last couple of times,
by the way, they don't, by the way, and they don't make up for how much they spent to begin with. I mean, they're pretty much breaking even at some of these studios. It is sad.
And sometimes losing money.
Recently,
it's been a lot of losing money.
Yeah, and honestly, if they just went back to like using some of these novels or some of these short stories, where's the production of that one? Let me look it up real quick. Golf books, memoirs. There's one book in particular that I'm thinking about. It's called. Man, I can't remember. I'll remember it. I'll bring it up next time. Golf books, novels. Maybe it's a novel.
It's a novel concept.
There's so many novels. There's Playing from the Rough. That one, that's a pretty good book that I've heard. The Long Golden Afternoon. That's another good novel. That's about way back in the day. That's golf's Age of Glory. That was back before. It was 1864 to 1914. Whenever it started, whenever the game started.
Mm-hmm.
There's one more. The Storm. What's that one about the Ryder Cup? Shoot, I can't remember it. Do you know what it is?
Nope.
The Match.
Like, I just don't understand why
the game of golf changed forever by Mark Frost. That would be a good movie.
I just don't understand why like we have 18,000 documentaries on Aaron Hernandez and we can't get like one on like Arnold Palmer's career or like docu-series, like historical fiction kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Arnold Palmer would be a good one.
Would be.
Arnold Palmer.
He was kind of the one that made golf into like more than just a game played by like old white guys and made it a game that could be played by everyone and made it kind of popular for the time.
Yeah, I also think a Jack movie would be pretty good.
Jack movie would be great.
Early Jack.
Hell, a
Jack
Tiger movie would be excellent.
or a late Jack. Maybe that last Masters. The 18 where he raises the putter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been not 8. That wouldn't happen on 18. That happened on, I think, 17. He made the putt and then he raises the putter.
But
that would have been
anyway.
awesome.
Golf media is in a tough spot right now. I don't know what to do about it.
It really is.
It makes me upset. And then
so true.
Finally, we got to get to the question.
They do still have. I mean, can I say this real quick? The one good piece of media that there has been the Full Swing.
Full Swing's been good.
That's been awesome. So
Full Swing's been good, and it's been popular, which makes me surprised why nothing good is coming out lately. Because
maybe things are in the works.
Maybe
it's more than just Happy Gilmore 2. A lot of the times you don't hear about these stuff until they come out in some of these film festivals. So
yeah,
who knows?
Now an important question we have to answer about a singular golfer. Okay, it's about one guy.
One guy.
One man. Is Max Homa Beerly?
Max Homa is Beerly.
You think he's Beerly?
He's Beerly. He's awesome. I don't know if you caught that. I don't think I can find it that quick.
Him pounding beers in the background.
Oh my God, that was awesome.
He's
so
like,
if anybody didn't notice,
Jim,
they pan the camera over to Jim Furyk whenever Jay Monahan's talking because Jay Monahan bores us all, even the cameraman. And so, they panned it over to him. Max Homa's in the background just chugging a Bud. I think it was a Budweiser. It looked like a Budweiser, just chugging it, like just downing it. And then the other cool thing was Kevin Kisner said, if you hoop one, I'll take my shirt off or whatever. And so Max Homa holed it out from the fairway.
I respect him a little less because it definitely is a Budweiser, but it's okay.
And then Kevin Kisner took his shirt off and then jumped in like a little thing celebrating with the boys. The hole out. Let me see if I can find that real quick. It was so great. It was just so great to see. I love.
Dang.
What?
Oh, man.
Oh, here we go.
I clicked that? That was so dumb.
Here we go. I'm going to share my screen. Is that all right? I'm going to share my screen.
Yeah.
Let's do share my screen. This one, Nuclear Golf. There we go. By the way, Nuclear Golf, always a good follow. I'll always shout them out. Always will shout them out. They don't have to pay me nothing. They don't have to pay me nothing. They do such a good job for the sport, such a good job for the fans. Did you bring it in?
Oh, no.
You got to bring it in.
Sorry.
I can't see it. So it's Max Homa. Max Homa is one of us.
Your commitment to the game in this great competition is already well established. Your commitment to the game.
He downed it. It's done.
That would be me in the background of that interview.
That was awesome. And then there's this. So Kevin Kisner, if you didn't notice, man, if I can get to the hole out. Can I get to the hole out? Yes, there's a hole out.
First for Homa to answer.
Opening
Hughes.
hole today.
Well,
he holds it out for a 2.
I saw this.
Look at that spin. And in the hole it goes. Beautiful. And because of that, Kevin Kisner said, if you hoop one, I'll take my shirt off. And sure enough, he had to eat his words. And so here was.
Bro, we hooping.
He tarps off, baby. Tarps off. Everybody said he wouldn't do it. Like everybody on social media said, he won't do it. He won't do it.
Bro, we hooping.
He did it. So anyway, that's pretty awesome.
Little known fact.
There's the tarps off for Kisner.
Little known fact.
Tarps off.
I hooped one on Zane the other day, last week.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And Tommy told me to go F myself.
I'm pretty sure I did too. But
you probably both did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did too. And then here's Fluff looking like the man. Oh yeah. Oh, you love Fluff, baby. Love Fluff.
Do you want a mustache like that when you get old?
I could never grow a mustache when I get that old, so it doesn't matter.
What do you mean?
I mean, I can wish all I want to. It's just not going to happen.
Dude, believe
why
in
even?
something, even if it means
Why
sacrificing
disappoint
everything.
myself? Why disappoint myself with dreaming something that can't be dreamt? I mean, something that can't be gotten.
Bro, if you shoot for the stars, you'll hit the moon. You can't have the fluff mustache.
So
you
if
get the
I
Burt
shoot
Reynolds
for the
thing.
fluff mustache, I only get stubble. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
no.
Stars are way past the moon, bud. Stars
Dude,
are way past the moon.
I am aware. So you go from fluff, which is up here, Burt Reynolds. You get the.
I don't think I could do Burnt Reynolds, dude.
Yes, you could, dude. Give
Oh,
it
no.
5 years.
Dude, no, I couldn't. I don't know
You
why
just
you said
shave it
dude
every
like
day.
that.
Shave it every day, man.
I don't know why you said dude like that, but it was
Dude.
fun. So here's Keegan Bradley. He clinched it. Do you mind if we play that real quick?
Jesus, I don't. Wow, that was incredible. I kept saying all week I didn't know if I'd ever get to do this again. And to be able to just play in this tournament and then to win the point, my goodness, the last time I played, I was the point to lose the Ryder Cup. So if this is my last round as a player, maybe it is, I'm happy with that.
What have you missed the
Please
most?
don't say that.
I miss the guys. The guys, they're just incredible. They really love each other. The wives and the caddies love each other. It's such an amazing atmosphere, and I'm just so proud of the team, and I'm proud of just being here. Yeah.
You're the old veteran of the team. What'd you learn about yourself this week?
I learned that I can still do this. It's always hard. It always is. That was really uncomfortable there at the end, but I'm proud of the way everyone played today.
Next year, you'll be the guy with the headset making the decisions as the Ryder Cup captain. In what ways did Jim Furyk foster camaraderie with this team this week?
Maybe.
Well, we're going to copy a lot of what Jim Furyk did this week. He set a culture here for us, and we're going to carry that over into Bethpage. And, I hope a lot of these 12 are on that team.
Congratulations.
Hi, Logan. Hi, Cooper.
Jesus.
I love that little speech he gave there. I love it. Copy what Jim Furyk did, which I agree totally. I'd copy
Set
exactly.
the pairings on day 2. Don't do that again.
No, get the F out of here. They just played bad. You can't help it when the players have to play to their potential. It's the same thing with fantasy football, bud. You know this having a football podcast. It's the
Okay,
same
listen.
thing.
No,
Players
no.
have to play.
No.
Derek
Pause.
Carr, you pick him
Pause.
last week. Still got to play, dude. Still got to play a
Pause.
game. Okay?
Pause.
He still got to play
Pause.
good. Just
All right,
because he
people
just
think-
said he
no,
set
no,
some
no.
records
First
passing
off, I'm
yards
gonna
wise
say this.
with the Saints. He's got to shoot. He's got to shoot. He's got to throw
You're
that ball.
making it sound like fantasy football is entirely luck-based.
It's not. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. Nobody heard me say that. That's not what I said. What I'm saying is the players still need to play the game well. Despite the fact that you pick the best dudes, doesn't always mean those best dudes play well. It's the same thing here. You pair them together. They probably did. Again, 9 times out of 10, maybe they do win their point. But guess what? Didn't happen this time. Okay? That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is what he did is significantly better than what Zach Johnson did.
Well,
I
that's
want
just
Jim
with picking
Furyk.
the team.
No.
The team
I
is better.
like those pairings. I like the way he took the next 6 on the line. Again, that's what you should do unless there's a guy playing out of his freaking mind for the past 3 weeks. That's what you do.
Okay.
I will defend Furyk till I die because the last captain we had was a travesty. He should be locked up in Rikers.
Well,
That's how
to be
bad it
fair,
was.
to be fair to that last captain, and I'm going to be fair to him, after he made the picks, he was already screwed. He couldn't have done anything with that team to win the next Ryder Cup.
You know what he could have done? Not convinced Jordan Spieth to hit a 3-wood on hole 16. That would have been great.
That's kind of crazy. Zane, he said he didn't say that.
That's bull crap. Jordan Spieth had a driver in hand and only after talking with Zach Johnson decided to go 3-wood. and then proceeded to still put it in the water short of the hole. Tell me how that was a good decision. You hit driver, you pull it, or even if you hit it on the same line with driver, he's probably in the bunker at least.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. I'm not going to defend Zach Johnson's captaincy because he's. I'm going to be honest. He screwed it with the selection. Like, we didn't have a chance after the selection.
Yeah, but he also picked bad pairings. He also gave bad advice. He also did a lot of things that led to the loss of the U.S. It wasn't just that.
A lot of it is that, though.
Yes, Zach, a lot of it is. You guys put your best players on the field. We didn't put the best players on the field. But we didn't put the best players on the field this time either with the President's Cup because they can only pick from the PGA Tour. So we didn't put the best players on the field anyway this time.
Yeah, I feel bad for the international team.
I know. They do.
They don't get Cam Smith.
They don't get Abraham Anser. They don't get Joaquin Neiman, who's playing out of his mind.
Yeah, that sucked for them.
It does. It does.
Arguably, it sucked for them more than it sucked for Team. Well, it definitely sucked for them more than it sucked for Team USA.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, Cam Smith and Joaquin Neiman, they're at least top 5 players on that team.
Yeah, probably.
But
yeah,
what are you gonna do?
I just hope DP makes a concession with Liv because I'd love to see Sam Horsfield. I don't know if you'd follow Liv at all the last few months. He played out of his mind.
Did he?
Yeah. So I hope
Sammy from the Majestics.
Yeah, I hope he. I hope they let him play in the DP World Tour soon because he could take home some bling.
Who's the number one player on Team Majestics this year? Was it Sam Horsfield?
I think it was Sam Horsfield, dog.
It had to be with that team. Gosh, he needs to get off that poverty franchise. I'll follow you anywhere, buddy.
He does. He needs to go. He needs to go over to Rom's team, dude. He'd destroy it. But anyway, so that's all I got. Anything else you want to add?
Did you want to talk about Nelly Korda?
Oh yeah. Nelly Korda is officially the hottest woman in golf right now. Charlie Hull, she got surpassed. Sorry, ripping darts isn't as good as ripping bullets. So I don't know if anybody saw this, but Nelly was on vacation or whatever. She was at a shooting range. Where is it? Oh man.
It's okay.
Oh, there it is. I got it. Can you share my screen again?
Yeah.
Here it is. There she is. She's in Wisco. Oh, yeah. Nothing like that sound. Oh, man. Oh. Got a fire in my loins, Zach. And then we also have the 5-part docuseries. Can we go ahead and play that? Just so people know what they can expect. Yeah? Play
5-part docuseries.
Yeah. There we go.
I love the game of golf. And now I want it to grow, become more accessible, and help bring it into the future. So I decided to go all in. It'll look nothing like traditional golf and join in launching a new team golf league called PGL.
Can I just pause it right now? I decided to go all in. It sounds like he's actually putting up capital for this. He's not.
He's not, yeah. No.
Sounds pretty straightforward, right? So, over the last couple of years, we invited a documentary crew to follow me and the entire team as we created, from scratch, a new TGL team for the wildly passionate sports fans of Boston. This is all the ups.
And no one's going to go to...
I will say, the large screen is kind of cool, but nobody's going to watch this.
All this taking players from each other, it has to stop.
Things are frankly a little out of control right now.
And up again of that journey.
Who knows where it could go?
I'll show you where it can go. It's going to be like, oh!
First off, this is the kind of thing It's like Hard Knocks. Only Hard Knocks was about a thing that's actually going on right now.
Hard Knocks is a great show, by the way.
Oh my god!
Hard Knocks.
I
The
need to
way
watch it.
the way they do the freaking.
I've seen the reels, but I haven't seen the show.
Dude, you gotta watch Hard Knocks.
I know. I've been told that. Anyway, go on.
You're right. It is kind of like Hard Knocks, but it's almost like based off of that. It's almost like Hard Knocks had a baby with God, what's that show? Oh, it's gonna piss me off. It's almost like Hard Knocks had a baby with like the oh, that's an even better one. The previews on Shark Tank. It's like if you made the preview of a product on Shark Tank a 5-part docuseries. That's crazy. Because it's all conceptual. You're like, yeah, we made this team.
Yeah, this is something
just for Boston.
Just for all
literally no Boston person has seen an event.
Just for the listeners out there, this is about something that may or may not even take place. That's the craziest part.
Yes.
This is about something that may never see the light of day. The fact you're getting a docuseries on this. It'd be one thing. Zach, it'd be one thing if the docuseries was about the failure of TGL to launch. That would be one thing. But this is about something they want to happen that may or may not happen.
No, it's worse than that.
Seen this
it's
before.
Worse than that. Because in the promo, it's like, I created a new team golf league. Unlike anything anyone's ever seen before. And it's like, no, you haven't. We haven't even seen, like, no one's ever seen it. No one's seen it because it doesn't exist. All that you have are names on a piece of paper and logos.
Yeah, in a locker room.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Good job, guys.
You see that locker room picture? It actually looked kind of dope. But here's the thing. It's for nothing right now. There's nothing. Like, oh, it's just so stupid. And this
really
it just
dumb.
makes you feel for, I've got to know if Rory McIlroy, because a lot of people think he's smart. I've got to know if he's actually smart or I've got to know if he's actually intelligent or if other people just prop him up to be a figure for the
a lot of it. A lot of it's propping.
See, then that's crazy, right? That's crazy, right? I mean, like, Tiger Woods was a figure that stood on his own. And I'm not saying Rory McIlroy doesn't do that for a lot of people. He does. He's got a following. 100% he does. But the people that think he's actually intelligent, nobody ever said Tiger Woods is the most intelligent person.
Well, you got to think about
I never heard that argument from anyone that Tiger Woods is like super ultra intelligent. I have heard that about Rory McIlroy from just about every Rory fanboy you could think of, saying that he's an intelligent human being. This does not look intelligent. This looks childish and stupid, is what it looks like.
Zane, you got to think about it this way. He has no choice but to stand on his own, Zane. He can't lean on his putter. And with that being said, thank you for watching Barely Out of Bounds. We'll see you next week.
Good night.